Hey there everybody, it's Tori with Swordguy Builds, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different from whips today. We're going to be making a cosplay replica of Cloud's Buster Sword from FF7. I certainly wish that I was stuff. Alright, we got the basic pieces that we're going to need here. One for the blade, two for those weird little, you'd probably call them like a landjet. With the like materia slots in them, you know. Two that I figure I'm gonna like sandwich from the sides to make the big block that that goes right at the bottom. I guess that you would call that like the quillion. And then the handle, and then I figure I'm gonna turn a little pommel to go on the end of it. And then I figure I'm probably gonna do like some red paracord plaiting over the handle to give it that knurled steel look. So this board, of course, is going to become our blade. I've got this oak dowel here, that'll be our handle, and then this 4x4 part of that, I'm going to turn that into the that big blocky quillion. And I figure I'll sink some carriage bolts into the quillion to give us those like riveted looking parts. All right, let's go outside and get started. All right, so I got the outline of the thing drawn up. I was gonna do, this line here is 9 inches. This line is 8 inches. I feel like the 8-inch width is more screen accurate. I also thought that I was going to do 4 feet, but I decided to use the whole length of the board because that felt, you know, marginally more correct. Anyway, I've got this drawn up, and I will go and get it cut out with the jigsaw right now. Okay, we got the blade cut out, and this line here indicates where I'm going to bevel it, you know, for the cutting edge. I'm not actually gonna try to hone it down super fine, maybe, I don't know, 1/4 inch or so, just because I want this thing to have some stability. The wood is gonna be weak where it's really thin. We're gonna keep it as thick as possible. So there's about 2.5 inches in. I think that'll give us a good fat visible line where the cutting edge dips down. So it comes up here, and then it makes this turn, and I put this line here to indicate there's going to be a separate bevel that goes down that way, just because that's how we're gonna get that that edge that tapers that way instead of just being straight back. You know, if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I will have to taper this down that way flat, and then make the edge bevel in order to achieve that sort of line. So that's what we're going to do next. Alrighty, here's the grinding done on the edge of the thing, and here is my 3-foot my yardstick for scale. Kind of fun, shaping up well. Okay, so from here, really all that's got to happen to this until other pieces get done is it could use a sanding, and I'll probably save that for a little bit later. I'm going to move directly into the blocky quillion deal that we're going to do down here at the end. Okay, this part took a lot longer, but I've got my quillion-esque enclosure routed out here. So cut out here so that it would accept the blade, and then I routed out here so that we could put our little landjet things in there, you know. That'll all get glued and pinned up solid, and then we will slide in the little landjet dudes, which I suppose I will go and make right now. So here we got all the individual parts that we need. It's just gonna take some. I'm gonna go and get some construction glue and instead of wood glue. It just feels right for this. So we're going to glue these pieces all together. Sans that. We're going to glue everything here all together and get that set up, and then gonna sink some pins through. Oak dowels. I think I still have oak dowels. Maybe I'll get that while I'm out too. Anyway, gonna put some dowels through it at different angles so that it all binds it together further. Those ones I might set with wood glue. I guess I'll see. And then there are some little like screw holes from these boards, like previous uses, I guess. And I will fill those up with some filler. Just sanded everything, so it's pretty much good to go. Let me think. Yeah, and then before we paint, I'll cut the holes through these through the parts there, and that should pretty much get us where we need to be. I will come back once I have gotten some glue. Here we go. Everything glued up to a single piece, and I've got the pins set through the Quillian-esque part here, and because they're going at angles like that, even if in theory the construction adhesive were to fail, this wouldn't all, you know, fall apart. Let's see, I've got my fillers and stuff in there, and you can see here and over here where I've like filled in some of the holes and all that stuff, and that'll get sanded smooth. And down here later on we're gonna drill out for the handle, and I guess right now I'm gonna put our big materia slots in the in these ribs here. Okay, I guess I may have done a little bit more than just drill out some holes. We got this thing pretty much ready to paint. Now, go over real quick what I did. So I've got the materia slots drilled out, and then I did drill out for the handle, and I sunk that in there. I did do this like red diamond plat over the handle, so that it looks like it does in the game, with that like knurled texture, you know. And then these two points here, they're actually 1/8 inch steel pins that I sunk all the way through the Quillian, through the handle, and that's just to make sure that, you know, again, just like the dowels in this part, they're just to make sure that even if the epoxy fails, it just, you know, it's not going to come apart. And I drilled out for the little like rivets, and these are actually 1/4 inch carriage bolts, just to give that really like bold pattern, you know, that bold texture. Oh, let me think. Okay, I turned this pommel on the lathe, and that'll get painted up with everything else. Next step is going to be priming, and then painting. Well, priming, then sanding, then painting. Okay, now we got the sword primed, and I just did like a really light sanding with some 150, just to make sure that anywhere where like the grain had stuck up after it absorbed the primer or anything like that, just to smooth it out and give it like a nice even feel to it. And now I'm going to hit it with some of this, a metallic silver paint. I think that one is oil based, so I'll have to be like more careful with my painting equipment. Anyway, I'm going to give it a solid coat over everything, and then over some of it I'm going to do a different paint, and that'll give us our like the look of a honed edge, and maybe that'll make more sense later on. All right, back soon. Okay, it's coming together. I got that coat of silver on, and I have it taped off for the next color, and that will be done presently.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's been 3 months. So what we're gonna do is go and give this thing some like test swings, see how it feels, see how it looks. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please remember to like and comment and subscribe. I will hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks a bunch.